We just saw Logan, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it here in the car, and then we have a discussion. This review video is spoiler free, so if you're on the fence or looking for a recommendation, you can watch this video to find out what we thought. And if you've already seen the movie or don't care about spoilers, you can watch the other video as well. That will be called Logan Movie Discussion with Spoilers. This is supposedly the final Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie. And basic storyline is that he's old and not doing so well, and he ends up kind of taking care of a girl. And it's very much in line with the Terminator movies. I felt like I was watching parts of Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 kind of throughout the movie, which isn't a bad thing, but it's also a 2.5 hour movie. So it's hard to pull off an action movie that's that long. They did have some gravitas and some drama that added into it to make it feel like a send-off for his Wolverine character. You know, sending off Hugh Jackman from the X-Men. But overall, I think it really felt like a movie and a half as far as how much screen time was devoted to things. I don't feel like a lot happened in this movie. I feel like I could give somebody the plot in about 2 minutes instead of 2.5 hours. And then the action scenes don't quite make up for it. So it's not bad. There's not like anything offensively bad or like that I wanted to not watch it, but it's just a really, really long superhero movie. It's cool to see a rated R Wolverine. They had some fun with it. It was kind of funny at first, some of the stuff that they were doing with it, but the movie overall is kind of a somber experience. So it kind of had the opposite effect that most superhero movies have on me, that I didn't walk out of the movie kind of pumped up and exhilarated, and I'm certainly not going to go back and see it again. So for what that's worth, that's what I thought. What'd you guys think?
I would have to agree. Going in, I thought it was going to be a little bit more action-packed than it was. Yes, there are the scenes, but it didn't. You felt at minute marker, like hour and a half, I was like, okay, are we not done? How much left? And then more. So you felt every hour of that 2-hour movie, for me, in my personal opinion. Like, I haven't really watched a lot of the Wolverine series. It was a good story, but I don't know, it was just very, very long, and I don't really feel like it got you excited to see an action or superhero movie or to see Hugh Jackman's character the entire time. It's just kind of like,
yeah,
just put this down.
It's not a movie people are going to watch over and over again, which doesn't bode well for the box office of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a ride to go see this movie.
No. I just kind of felt like somebody just needed to put this down. Like, just make this stop.
Yeah, I mean, and well, now it's over.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of like they got the chance to do an R-rated Wolverine movie, and they were like, you can only do one more, so here's the one that they did. And it makes sense why they made this. It's just... anyway.
I thought it was a good story of redemption. I thought Hugh Jackman did a fantastic job. Patrick Stewart did an amazing job. It was, to me, very beautiful, like the original Terminator. They drew a lot of similarities to old westerns like Shane. I thought it was very well done. I don't know that it's one that I would pop in very often because of just how long it is, but I would watch it again. I enjoyed it.
I feel that this movie was good in a way that X-Men movies usually aren't. I have not enjoyed quite a few X-Men movies as of recently. I could say this is long, and it breathes a lot. I think that was a cinematic choice for a lot of things. They could have trimmed some fat, about 15 to 20 minutes of it, in my opinion. But I think they wanted this to feel like it's a long story, and they wanted to let the non-action parts breathe as much as they could. To the extent that I'd say this is a movie I'd actually want to pop in on DVD, because this is kind of the thing that I'd like to have on in the background and when I'm doing other things. I think it works out well for that kind of concept. So I think it's going to work out quite a bit better. I mean, other than I don't know. There's the R-rated factor was really interesting because we've never seen Wolverine straight up stab a dude through the head, and we saw that about 45 times this movie, which is kind of great. So I'm like kind of like action. No, it's just spaced out. There's some really good action in this movie. And there's nothing over the top and ridiculous like a helicopter coming down. So I appreciated this movie quite a bit, actually.
I got so many mixed feelings about this one. As a standalone film, if it was different characters but the exact same situation, I would have thought it was really, really good. I guess for me, it was totally jarring having seen the other X-Men movies. Just the tone, and I know it's R-rated, but even so, the tone is just so jarringly different, and I couldn't shake that to the very end. But it's definitely got some really cool moments, and they try very hard to, like, there's a dramatic human touch to it that you don't often see in these kind of movies. And I thought Hugh Jackman's acting was really good, and all. It's just that, again, just as an X-Men movie, kind of jarring for me. But I mean, if you're a fan, you got to see it. So, yeah.
You weren't expecting The Revenant starring Wolverine?
It felt like that at times, seriously. And bleak.
Yeah.
Very bleak.
The story definitely has been told a ton of times, by all means, yeah. You mentioned Last of Us as a thing, Aaron. So, yeah, it's... I don't think there's too many surprises, but I was pleased with what I saw.
Yeah, so for what that's worth, take that as you will. Go see it if you want to. If you like the way we do these, please watch the other videos and reviews at DaleMaxfield.com. Like this video, subscribe, and check out the spoiler discussion because we'll get into more details there. Thanks for watching.